Good morning and welcome to Runcorn Cemetery. Now this morning I'm here to find the final resting place of the UK's first female police officer, and she was Edith Smith. Edith Smith, she started off as a care nurse, and because she went to London to train as a care nurse, and while she was there she went into the voluntary police service, and the ladies were there basically just to assist with ladies and children. But she was so good at her job. She was the first female police officer in the UK to be fully paid up. So what I'm going to do is I'll spin you around quickly and I'll tell you all about Edith while we have a look around this oldie-woldy cemetery.
Edith Smith was born in Oxton, Birkenhead on the 21st of November 1876. She was one of 6 children of nursery and seedman James Smith and his wife Harriet. In 1897 she married a stationer and tobacconist William Smith, and together the couple had 4 children, 3 daughters, Frances, Victoire and Annie, and a son, James. For a time Edith worked as a sub-post mistress and her husband ran a tobacconist shop on the post office's premises, but Edith's life changed in 1907 when William died at the age of 42. Leaving her to care for their 4 children alone, aged 31. The 1911 census showed that 4 years later she had moved to London to train as a midwife. Her daughters were enrolled in various schools and a son was at an orphanage near Blackburn. Following her training, Edith took up a post as matron at a nursing home before she joined the Women Police Volunteers. The WPV was founded in 1914 and staffed by volunteers. WPV recruits were given basic training in drill, first aid and self-defence before they began patrolling the streets, where they gave help and advice to women and children. The Women's Police Volunteers eventually reformed as the Women's Police Service. Edith, who lived in Rutland Street, was given the powers of arrest as a result of a meeting at which Commandant Dama Dawson read a report of activities in Grantham, and the Bishop of Grantham declared that police women deserved national support. Dawson had run a volunteer service, but Edith Smith was the first to receive pay, which made her the first full female police officer in Britain. Once established, she was paid £2 per week. Permission for the appointment was granted by the Town Council and Watch Committee, and Edith was sent back to London for 3 weeks to observe WPS training. She was accompanied by Dorothy Peto, who thought her a woman of outstanding personality, fearless, motherly and adaptable. Mrs. Peto described how, on finding a young couple wrapped around each other in the grass in Hyde Park, Edith frankly pointed out the dangers and appealed to the man to be more chivalrous. Mrs. Peto said they responded with thanks and desisted their activities. Edith's appointment has to be seen in the light that 20,000 troops were stationed at Harrowby and Belton camps at this time, and prostitution was rife. Edith told how in her first year she found it necessary to get to know the bad girls in town and visited theatres and cinemas to stop them trading there. Her report read, "I received nothing but courtesy and cooperation from the managements as soon as I made my methods known, and they realised I was there to act as a deterrent to their houses being used by prostitutes as a hunting ground, and to look after frivolous girls likely to get into mischief." During Edith's first year, 100 wayward girls were cautioned. She also dealt with 15 cases of larceny involving women and girls, 16 women drunks, had 10 prostitutes convicted, 8 placed in institutions and 10 handed over to their parents. In addition, 1 fortune teller was charged and convicted. 18 respectable girls on temporary stays in the town were assisted to their homes, while 5 respectable women and girls were assaulted. There were 24 illegitimate babies, 2 disorderly houses convicted and 20 placed under observation. Also during her first year, Edith held interviews with parents reporting the misconduct of their children, girls asking for advice, husbands placing their wives under observation while they were away, and husbands inquiring about the misconduct of their wives. Edith left her role with the police in 1918 due to chest trouble, which becomes worse in the winter owing to the late hours in the fog and damp weather. After working 7 days a week for a period of 2 years, she handed in her resignation on the 4th of January 1918. Following her work with the police, Edith became a matron at Lindis Nursing Home in Grantham until 1919, when she moved to Runcorn in Cheshire to work for a nursing association. But there was concern in the association as the county superintendent said that they did not complain about the nurse's work, but about her methods, and convened a meeting to which she was not invited. They decided that they could only resolve their issues by asking Edith for her resignation. It is believed that Edith was so distressed by this course of events that she was compelled to take her own life. Edith died on the 26th of June 1923, just 5 years after leaving the police force. The coroner returned a verdict that she took her own life while temporarily insane by means of a morphine overdose. In the days before taking her own life, Edith was reported to have been in good spirits. Her postman testified at the inquest that he had delivered on the very day of her death a dress to be worn at the carnival the following day. She had planned a holiday in France with her friend, and it was further revealed that Edith had already given in her notice to expire on the 6th of January as she was getting married on that date. Unfortunately for Edith's family, a second tragedy came just 10 days after Edith's funeral. Her granddaughter, Marjorie Weeks, passed away in Runcorn's Cottage Hospital aged just 2 years. Marjorie was subsequently laid to rest with her grandmother on the 9th of July 1923. So I find myself at Halton Cemetery in Runcorn, Cheshire, where I shall pay my respects to Britain's first female police officer, Edith Smith.
Right, we'll have located her final resting place. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spin you around and we'll go and have a look together. Oh, she's just over here. Considering when she died, it's a very, very new headstone. This is it, right here. A duty done, a day of rest begun. Edith Smith died 26th of June 1923, aged 46 years. A pioneer and first warranted policewoman, beloved by her family and inspiration to generations. Also her dear granddaughter, Marjorie Weeks, died 1923, aged 2 years. But that is the final resting place of Edith Smith. Well, there you go, that's where it all began for female police officers. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, maybe consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Anyway, that's me, Darren, from Runcorn. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.